Just when you thought your day really sucked.
You suck!
Here comes something to make it suck even more. It's a Lamont and Tonelli podcast.
We're just waiting a few moments here to talk to John Miller, the voice of the San Francisco Giants.
Hall of Fame broadcaster.
Yeah.
And is set to be inducted into the National Radio Hall of Fame this weekend.
I know.
Nice.
Well, that's how we ended up getting this interview because, believe you me,
I was wondering.
We had to pull strings. It wasn't coming within this building.
No, that's for sure.
We were jumping through hoops to get this one.
Yeah, he's already gotten the Ford Frick Award for the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
For baseball announcing, and now he'll get the National Radio Hall of Fame.
Isn't that weird that they would put him in the baseball one before the broadcast one?
Yeah, I guess so. That was 4 years ago, I think, when he was awarded the Ford Frick Award.
How many Hall of Fames is this guy in?
We'll ask him.
Yeah, exactly.
A Bay Area guy, too. Started with the Oakland A's back when he was a kid.
Yeah. This guy, and to me, he is very simply the best of the best. He's the voice of the Giants. How long has he been with the Giants now? I think, 16, 17 seasons now?
And then, a number of those years with the Giants, he was still doing the ESPN thing, which he did for 20 years or so.
Right.
So a very familiar radio voice, not just to the Bay Area, but to the entire nation.
Yeah, all right. While we wait for John Miller here, we're set to go? Baby Huey's telling me we're set to go. John's with us right now. John, we had to pad for 5 minutes waiting for you here.
Yeah,
How you
felt
doing?
like you at the business end of a 15-0 blowout.
Yeah, my apologies.
Hey,
I was trying to speak in sound bites in this previous interview, and I just can't do it.
That's hard.
I could never be a politician. I just go on and on and on and on. So.
Well, John, let me tell you this. We are thrilled to talk to you because you're one of our favorite announcers, and I've often said that the Giants team, they've got Kruk and Kipe, they've got Dave Fleming, and you're the creme de la creme. You guys are the best baseball announcing team out there, and very deserved that you're going into the Radio Hall of Fame this Sunday.
Well, I really appreciate it. Thanks very much. And I think the great thing when you broadcast baseball is, you grow up a baseball fan, you love the game, and you have a passion for the game. I think you need all of that if you're going to be a baseball broadcaster.
Yeah.
And then you get to go to the game every day, and they pay you for it. So what's not to like, and how could you not have fun with that kind of a gig?
Hey, I've got to ask you because we are big Giants fans. We were at the parade. One of our guys was marching in the parade, waving at everyone as if he won the World Series. I've got to ask you this. What was the feeling for yourself when Blanco booted that ball in the outfield and Perez kicked it to the fence? Because as a fan, I was watching it on TV and I'm going, oh, no. This is going to be an in-the-park home run. What was your feeling on that?
Well, I when the ball was hit, you thought maybe he might catch it and this might be it. The whole thing might end. But then you saw him start to pull up, and you realized, or I realized, that, no, the ball's going to fall in front for a hit. And, so 2 down, a runner at first, and they're still alive. But then it skipped right by him, and it was just, I was horrified. I was like, what? Are you kidding me? Now? This happens now?
Yeah.
So I really thought it would be 3 bases, and then I did see Perez out there booting the ball still more.
Yeah.
And this was just like a bad slapstick comedy, and he did stop at third, but and now that's the big discussion, right?
Right.
A lot of people feel he should have just kept on going. That third base coach screwed up. He should have kept on going. But I've seen this thing many, many times, and I do believe very much that Brandon Crawford would have thrown him out by 15, 20 feet if he had kept going.
Yeah. Hey, do you have any Mad Bum underwear on?
I know. Where's mine? I want mine. So I'm mad bumless right now in an underwear sense, and not happy about it.
And John, now the 3rd World Series victory for the Giants in the last 5 years. How is this different from the other 2 in 2010, 2012?
Well, you always think that like maybe 2010 was going to be the best, but then the way they did it in 2012, I thought was even better. The way they were down and had game after game that they had to win. I thought, wow, that's just incredible. No team's ever done that, literally. And here they are. And then they swept the Tigers on top of that. Pablo 3 home runs in the game. What could be better than that? And to me, this was even better because this team had more obstacles. This team, they were a little bit short. They didn't have a left fielder.
Yeah.
They started the postseason without a left fielder. And, they put Ishikawa in there for the last 3 games of the regular season. He played 3 or 4 times in the minor leagues in the summer just to get a look if he and they asked him, I guess, down in Fresno, well, how did he do? He said, yeah, not bad. He's okay. So they watched him against San Diego and said, okay, close enough. He's in there. He hits left-handed, close enough. And he should catch at least every other ball. So, and then who knew that he would not only, and he did a pretty good job out there. He certainly had his misadventures at the same time, but then he hits the home run to win the pennant. He has his Bobby Thompson moment. So those were the Giants of 2014. And in that way, I thought not only was it different from the other ones, but in some ways it made it even sweeter because Madison Bumgarner did something historic.
Yeah.
And he just carried this ball club so often in this postseason. And he's right now on the short list of the greatest pitchers of all time in the long history of the game in postseason play, and the very top of the list in the World Series of all time.
Hey, John, I always enjoy talking to you, and we are big fans. Really quick, because I realize we're against the clock here. Can you tell the story when you were working for the Earthquakes, starting as an announcer, and I think you had a sponsorship for a toupee maker or something like that?
Yeah, a guy we had a telecast on of a soccer match, and I was just a young guy, but I had a receding hairline, and I get this call from a lawyer, and he says, saw you on TV yesterday, very good. I said, oh, thank you very much. He says, I think we can help. Oh, help what?
My God.
And so they made this deal with me to give me this hairpiece and whatnot in exchange for some pictures in a magazine ad.
Yeah.
And so I did it, and they shaved off the hair that I had on top. And I said, what are you doing? And they said, well, this is how the thing's going to fit. We got to shave that off. I said, oh, my God.
Yeah.
Nobody told me that. And that hair really never grew back. But so there I am. And I thought, wow, they're right. I kind of look like Frank Gifford now, in his prime. And pretty good. And so then one time I decided I would try to wash the thing. I thought, I've never washed it, and I screwed it up. Uh-huh. It was on a kind of a polyurethane base, and the thing got all these tangles in it and whatnot, and I started trying to loosen these tangles, and the hair started coming out in my hands. And I took it finally to a shop the next day to see if they could fix it, and they looked at it and they go, soon. And so the long story short, they fixed it for me. I put it on. And I became the first guy in history to wear a hairpiece where people said, you ever think of getting a hairpiece? I had a hairpiece that had receding hairline. So it was. So finally, I just said the heck with it, and I took it off. And most people actually said, "Oh, thank God you took that thing off."
That is funny. The great John Miller inducted into the Radio Hall of Fame this Sunday. John, we would love to talk to you at any time. We're big fans.
Well, I'm a little short for gigs right now until the pitchers and catchers report to spring training. So give me a call anytime. I'm sure I'll be available.
You're free until mid-February.
All right, John, take care.
Congratulations, John.
Okay, bye-bye. Never disappoints.
He's hilarious.
The guy is freaking fantastic. Best announcer out there for baseball.
Yep.
Another fine product from Uranus.
That concludes the Lamont and Tonelli podcast. To hear more and everything Lamont and Tonelli, check out the website at lntworld.com.